Many people have changed the world throughout time. But the men with the names Luther, Calvin, and Zwingli have probably changed the world the most in the last 1,000 years. Their story as to how they've changed the world is amazing. In 1470, Jan Hus was about to be burned at the stake for going against the Catholic Church. He is quoted as saying, "You are now going to burn a goose, but in a century you will have a swan which you can neither roast nor boil." Exactly 100 years later, Martin Luther posted his 95 Theses. Early in his life, Luther was struck by lightning and decided then to become a monk and live for God. After a while, he secretly became angry with the idea of a righteous God punishing sinners. He later had what is known as his Tower experience, in which Romans 1:17 changed his life to live by faith alone. Both the king and the pope were afraid to harm Luther because he had the support of the people behind him. Luther's main problem with the Catholic Church was their selling of indulgences, or paying to get to heaven. I'm here in Mainz, Germany, another important stop in the Reformation. One of the main reasons that Luther's message was so successful was because of the invention of the printing press by Johann Gutenberg, which occurred almost a century before. Charles V, Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, had Luther arrested for his teaching against the Catholic Church. But, with the help of others, Luther escaped to Wartburg Castle. While in exile, Luther translated the whole New Testament into German. Because of this, Luther advanced literacy throughout Europe as everyone wanted to read it. The Reformation was a media revolution. Heroes of History welcomes you to Paris, France. I'm here in Paris, where in 1523, John Calvin started studying the works of Martin Luther and decided there needed to be reform. From studying the Old Testament book Daniel, Calvin said that kings that disobeyed God then lose their worldly powers. Catholics and the monarchy responded fiercely to these teachings. Miraculously, as Martin Luther was stirring up reform in Germany, Ulrich Zwingli was doing the same thing here in Switzerland. Zwingli was ordained a priest at just 21 years old in 1506. In 1519, Zwingli gave his first sermon in this church in Zurich, Switzerland. That same year, he attacked the claim of tithing as a divine institution. In 1522, he ate 2 smoked sausages during Lent to make the point that it is not in the Bible and not a sin. This became known as the Affair of the Sausages and was important, leading to the Reformation in Switzerland. The Catholic-Protestant split did have some damages though. 8 million were killed during the 30 Years' War, and this castle in Wertheim was partially destroyed. The Reformation is considered to have lasted from 1517, when Luther nailed his 95 Theses, to 1648. Sadly, during this time, millions of lives were lost, but the Reformation is still a cornerstone for religious freedom throughout Europe and the world.